Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing another coin flip battle, and this one is the 1952 presidential election. So it's a bit of an alternate history video, but not the normal alternate history prediction. It is a coin flip battle, as I said, and I actually did do a coin flip battle video the other day for the 2023 and 2024 Senate, gubernatorial elections. And today, like I said, this is a presidential election, but it's the 1952 one. So, like I said, a bit of an alternate history, but coin flip style. So it's not like an actual prediction of how I think it would have gone. So it's not to be taken too seriously. Like I said, it's just a fun coin flip battle. And this scenario is Eisenhower still in it, but he runs as a Democrat, and the Republican is Douglas MacArthur, who is also a general in the military. So it is the battle of the generals, and this could have been a possible match in real life if Eisenhower did run as a Democrat instead of a Republican. And so I decided to do this scenario, like I said, as a coin flip battle. So anything goes. Like I said, heads or tails, whoever lands on will get that state. And this scenario, Dwight D. Eisenhower is going to be heads, Douglas MacArthur is going to be tails. So, like I said, Dwight D. Eisenhower got to stay with heads and MacArthur tails, and I think it would make for an interesting, fun matchup. Hopefully, it'll be close and interesting, or it could be a landslide, but we'll see. So, let's get into it. The state of Washington will be first, and then we'll go to Dwight D. Eisenhower as it lands on heads. And the next state is Oregon, and I'll also go for Eisenhower. The state of California, we'll go for MacArthur. The next state is Nevada. That one will also go for MacArthur. The next state is Utah. That will go for Eisenhower. Next state, Arizona. That will go for MacArthur. Alright, so pretty close battle right now. MacArthur ahead though with 39. The next state is New Mexico. And that will also go for MacArthur. Next state, Colorado. We'll go for Eisenhower. Next state, Wyoming. I'll go for MacArthur. So, like I said, a close battle here. But MacArthur still pulls ahead so far. The next state is Idaho. And I will go for Eisenhower. Next state, Montana. I will also go for Eisenhower. Next state, North Dakota. I will go for Eisenhower. Next state, South Dakota. We'll also go for Eisenhower, so he sweeps the Dakotas. Next state, Nebraska. I will also go for Eisenhower, so now he's on a roll again these plain states. Next state is Kansas, his birth state. And I will go for MacArthur, though, so interesting there that Eisenhower doesn't win his birth state. State of Oklahoma. We'll also go for Eisenhower. And I think I called Kansas his birth state, but I can't remember if it was actually Texas that was his birth state and Kansas was considered his home state. It's one or the other, but he definitely has ties there. It's either his birth or home state, one or the other. But I'll go for Eisenhower, and like I said, Oklahoma, MacArthur will go Kansas and Oklahoma, Eisenhower. But moving on to the next state is Texas. And that will also go for MacArthur. All right. And the next state is Minnesota. That will also go for MacArthur. So now he's gaining back some momentum. The next state is Iowa. That will also go for MacArthur. So like I said, on a roll now and still ahead with 99 electoral votes to Eisenhower's 55. The next state is Missouri. And that will actually go for Eisenhower. So now he gets back in the game. Next state is Arkansas. I'll go for Eisenhower. So we're in the Deep South state, which what he failed to do in real life running as a Republican. Adlai Stevenson won these states, but Eisenhower takes it here as a Democrat. And next state is Louisiana. That will go for MacArthur. Next state, Wisconsin. We'll go for Eisenhower. Next state, Michigan. Here in the Rust Belt. We'll go for MacArthur. Alright, so it's still a close battle, but MacArthur still pulls ahead. The next day is Illinois. We'll go for Eisenhower. Next state, Indiana, and Eisenhower is over 100 electoral votes, and he will take Indiana. Next day is Ohio. I'll also go for Eisenhower. Alright. Next day is Kentucky. I'll go for Eisenhower. So now he's on a roll. Next day is Tennessee. I'll go for MacArthur, though. Next day is Mississippi. I'll go for Eisenhower. So they're splitting the southern states here, it looks like, in Appalachian states, and the next day is Alabama. I'll go for MacArthur. So like I said, a continued split of the southern states here for both gentlemen. The next state is Georgia. I'll go for Eisenhower. Next day is Florida. I'll go for MacArthur. Alrighty. And the next day is South Carolina. I'll go for MacArthur. Next day is North Carolina. Let's see if MacArthur can sweep him. And he will. Next day is Virginia. I'll go for Eisenhower. And the next state is West Virginia. I'll go for Eisenhower. Definitely a Democratic stronghold back in the day. And Eisenhower wins it here. Pennsylvania is the next state. That goes for Eisenhower. Next day is Maryland. I will go for MacArthur. Alright. And Delaware is the next state. I'll go for Eisenhower, and he is ahead right now with 238, so he definitely needs to sweep the rest of the board here if he wants to make it to 270, but he might not. It could end up where neither guy gets a majority if it stays close. But the next day is New Jersey. And that goes Eisenhower. So now he's inching closer to 270. He just needs a state or two more, and he'll clinch the 270 mark. And MacArthur is going to win Connecticut. Next state, Rhode Island. I will go for Eisenhower. And MacArthur wins Massachusetts. Alright. Next day is Vermont. I will go for Eisenhower. So now he's at 261. So Eisenhower pretty much has to get at least one more state. If he gets New York, then he'll clinch it. I think with New Hampshire, though, he won't get it because that's just 4 electoral votes, so he will get to 265. So Eisenhower definitely needs to get a state like New York, but the next one is New Hampshire. And I will go Eisenhower. All right, so he just needs at least one more state, either Maine or New York, and they'll put him over the top, and the next state is New York. So this is the ultimate test to see if Eisenhower will clinch it right now. And he does. So Eisenhower wins this. He's now at 310. But for the remaining state of Maine, let's see if he can also get that, or if that will go MacArthur. And it will go Eisenhower. All right. So Eisenhower wins 315, MacArthur 216, so about 100 electoral vote difference. Definitely a scatter map here. Eisenhower taking some Rust Belt and Midwestern states, but MacArthur taking the rest of those, taking some Appalachian states, taking a few southern states, but Eisenhower also gets quite a few southern states as well and gets some western states. And MacArthur also gets western states, so it's definitely a good split on the map. Each guy got a good share of each region. MacArthur got a few northeastern states, but Eisenhower got most of them. And so there's the map. Like I said, Eisenhower wins 215, MacArthur 216 in this coin flip battle. Like I said, this isn't an actual prediction, so don't take it too serious. It was just a fun coin flip battle that I thought about doing. It's still an alternate history type of video since Eisenhower was a Democrat in this scenario. Hope you enjoyed this. I sure did, and I hope to do more of these. I thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if you're new here, and I'll see you next time.